Hey guys, it's Kate, and I hope you're having a great day today. I am going to do a painting using these 5 colors. I've got lamp black, titanium white, deep yellow, bright aqua green, and crimson. So I'm going to set these aside, and I'm working in my art journal right now, and I really wanted to use this nice, cool, bright aqua green. And I'm going to put this in the background. So I'm getting my flat brush and just dampening it with water. And actually, I might even add a little bit of water to this mix just to make it a little easier to spread. My paper here is about 80 or 90 pounds. I want to say maybe 96 pounds. So it doesn't take a ton of water. And right now I'm working on an ungessoed surface. So I'm just going to put down a protective layer of paint for the background. And by the way, I do have my edges taped today, which I don't normally do in my journals. So I'm just kind of doing some experimenting here. And I'm coming in, I want to cover this whole background with this color. And so I'm just going to get this down pretty quickly and do some nice even up and down strokes with this paint, and we'll get a solid background. And I really like this color that we've got here. It's just so nice and bright, and greenish blues and aquas are really my favorites. And so we're going to have this as our very cool background color. And we're going to warm this up with some of those other colors we have, but let's start with that. Okay, we are pretty dry here. I'm going to sketch in a little bit of a flower with my just a plain #2 pencil, and I'm going to do it kind of lightly. Well, actually, you know what? I won't do it so lightly because I want you to be able to see too, and I'm painting over it anyway. So I'm going to put in a nice round shape here in sort of the lower third area. And I'm just sort of sketching in a circle so that we have our basic flower center here. And then I'm going to divide up, and this will make it easier for me to place my leaves evenly, just like that. So I've gone across, and now I can start sketching in my leaves just like this. And then this one coming right down just like that. So we've got it taking up a pretty good portion of our paper. So now I'm going to add a few more shapes in here, just like this. And then we'll have 2 layers of petals. So then I'm going to go into my titanium white and start putting in some of this background. And actually, I'm just going to mix that color that we're going to use. So I'm going to add a little bit of this deep yellow to my plate, and some of this crimson. And I'm going to mix that with this white. I want a nice, bright, sunny color that's nice and warm. And I think that looks pretty good. Just like that. And I might add just a touch of this turquoise in with it, or the aqua green. All right. I think that looks pretty good. And I'm going to just have this beginning mix, but I'm going to mix more as we go. So I'm just going to start doing my outlines for my flowers. Just like that. And the brush strokes are fine with me because it's almost like letting that paint mix a little bit more on the page. And I have a ton of paint on my brush from all of that mixing that we did. So I'm probably not going to have to re-dip for quite a while. And I like having the brush strokes and the texture. I think that works really nicely. And if I need to make any adjustments to my shapes as I'm going through, I can do that. Let me dip into some more. Okay, now for these back petals, I'm going to add a little bit more white and a little bit more red. And we're going to change up the color a little bit to make it more pink. Okay, I grabbed a smaller liner brush and I'm going to go over this whole outline with white because we're going to make a nice fun flower today. And so I'm just following my paint outlines and going around. It's kind of amazing what a difference some white makes on a piece of paper. Or when you have just a lot of midtones, because this whole paper was midtones until now, and all of a sudden we've got plenty of contrast. Now I'm going to take more of this white and I'm going to start putting this right in the center. And I'm kind of making my circle edge sort of uneven and rough. And I'm just sticking with the same brush. But I'm going into the petals a bit with a rough edge, but I'm still following the general outline of my circle. But I'm just making sure that my edges, where they come together and that pink and orange meets the aqua, that is covered over. And you can still see some of that aqua kind of coming through from the background, and I actually kind of like that. But we're going to cover this with more color, but I want to get that nice bright base in there for right now. All right, now I'm going to go into my yellow and I'm going to start adding that in as well. And that white gives that yellow a nice base to cling on to, because the yellow in the acrylic paint is pretty transparent. And so if we were to put that right over the turquoise, it would act more as a glaze instead of a nice bright color. And so I'm just using those same kind of rough brush marks to cover in that color. I'm going to add some stronger yellow a little bit here and kind of almost glop it on to get some texture in the center. Just like that. I'm just kind of rolling my brush and letting the paint come off of it where it wants to. Then I'm going to come in with some more white and do that same thing. Okay. Okay, next with my stylus, I'm going to dip into this pure red color on my plate, and I'm going to start adding some dots to my flowers. And I'm going to have them be very concentrated as you get toward the center, just like this. And then kind of get a little bit more dispersed as you move out. Now I'm going to do the same thing, but with my white. Okay, I meant to record the removal of the tape and everything, but that's what I did, and I have this close up ready for you for the camera. So we're going to show you the finished result. And this was such a fun little quick journal page, and it's very quirky with some bright colors and lots of values. So I hope you enjoyed this today, and hopefully you'll try something like it in your art journal or on some paper with some supplies you have on hand. So thank you so much for watching, and until next time, keep creating. Have a good day.